Imagine standing at the altar, ready to marry the love of your life, only to discover she's disappeared without a word. Just when everything seems lost, her younger sister steps forward and whispers, "I'll marry you, if you're willing." What happens next will completely change two lives forever. If you love emotional, heartwarming stories filled with unexpected twists, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss another incredible story. Now, grab a seat and let's get started. The wedding chapel in Charleston, South Carolina, looked exactly as we had imagined it months earlier. White roses lined the aisle, candles flickered beside every pew, and our closest friends and family waited with excited smiles. I stood at the altar in my tuxedo, trying to calm the nervous excitement racing through my chest. The music began, and everyone turned toward the entrance, expecting to see my bride walk through the doors. But the doors never opened. 5 minutes passed, then 10. The smiles around the room slowly faded into worried expressions. Guests whispered quietly, wondering what was happening, while I kept telling myself there had to be a simple explanation. Nearly 40 minutes later, my best man walked toward me with a pale face, holding a folded envelope. My heart dropped before I even opened it. Inside was a short, handwritten message. "I'm sorry. I can't do this. Please don't look for me. You deserve someone who truly loves you." My hands began to shake as I read those words again and again, hoping they would somehow change. They never did. The woman I had trusted with my future had disappeared without a single conversation, leaving me alone in front of everyone I cared about. Embarrassment hit harder than heartbreak. I could feel hundreds of eyes watching me as guests quietly stood up and began leaving the chapel. Some offered sympathetic looks, while others simply avoided eye contact. I felt completely numb, unable to understand how my happiest day had turned into the worst moment of my life. As I took one slow step away from the altar, a gentle voice behind me whispered, "Please don't leave just yet." I turned around and saw Emily, my bride's younger sister, standing there with tears in her eyes, as if she had something that could change everything. The entire chapel fell silent as Emily slowly walked toward me. Every guest who had been preparing to leave stopped in place, watching us with stunned expressions. She wasn't smiling, and there wasn't a hint of hesitation in her eyes. Instead, she looked heartbroken, carrying a truth that had clearly been weighing on her for a long time. Taking a deep breath, she quietly said, "My sister wasn't forced into this. She planned to leave weeks ago, but she was too afraid to tell you. I begged her to be honest, but she chose to run instead." Her words felt painful, yet strangely comforting because they finally gave me an answer. Emily looked down for a moment before meeting my eyes again. "You don't deserve to remember today as the day your life was destroyed," she whispered. "I'm not trying to replace her, and I know this sounds impossible, but I've admired your kindness, honesty, and the way you've treated our family for years. If you're willing, I'll marry you, not because of pity, but because I truly believe we could build something real together." Tears filled the eyes of both our parents as they listened in complete disbelief. I searched Emily's face, expecting to find doubt or regret, but there was only sincerity. For the first time that day, the crushing weight on my heart began to lift. I gently reached for her hand, and she squeezed it with quiet confidence. The pastor smiled through his tears and asked if we wished to continue. I nodded without hesitation, knowing that sometimes life's greatest heartbreak becomes the unexpected beginning of its most beautiful love story.